to the market. The Otway Fly is for sale. Its parent company, Merlin Entertainments, has put it up for sale along with a similar attraction in the Illawarra, so that's around Wollongong. Lachlan Castran is selling the property. He's the director of Castran Real Estate, and our guest this morning. Lachlan, g'day.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm all right. Thanks for your time. First up, have you ever had to sell something like the Otway Fly before?
It's a very good question. We've done a couple of amusements or tourist attractions over the years. The last that I think of would probably be Amazing Things on Phillip Island, which was a combination of a tourist park together with a facility that had a multitude of different tourist attractions, such as a maze, kids' games, mini golf, high rope. So it's not uncommon, although certainly it's something that we don't do every day. And certainly for this region, a bit of a new offering and exciting.
Indeed. So the Otway Fly and the Illawarra Fly, they're joint businesses effectively.
Well, yeah, so similar offerings owned by the same company, being Merlin, and you've got the opportunity to purchase both in one line or separately. The inquiry to date has been, I'll say, split between operators and interested parties looking at acquiring the whole lot. And equally, there's been individuals and companies and I'll say operators that want to solely focus on the Otway Fly.
Okay. So how would you rate the level of interest at this point, Lachlan?
Good. I'll say strong. And it's across the board. And when I say across the board, it seems to be or struck a chord with the market that is quite a versatile asset. So we've had everyone from some of the largest state and national players that are tied up in this tourism space, all the way through to education, school and university groups as well that might have some interesting, or might have an interest in it to keep as their own private asset.
So how big is the site for the Otway Fly?
It's 81 hectares, which is about 200 odd acres in the old language. The site itself comprises of some 600 metre long treetop walk, which is quite extraordinary. It's 47 metres above the floor of the rainforest, so you are genuinely in the treetops, and it's got a number of zip lines and also a central space which is a cafe, and it's about 165 odd seats.
And we'll see, I guess part of our interest in this is that seeing or hearing about the level of interest in a facility like this in our part of the world, being the Otway Fly, gives you an idea of how strong businesses and individuals see the future of tourism in our part of the world.
Couldn't agree more. And I think, where it sits on the Great Ocean Road between Port Campbell and Lorne, effectively, I mean, it's 5.4 million annually that are drawn to that precinct or region, and it is quite an iconic part of the world for us as Victorians, but equally world renowned.
So when you talk about some of the major players, are we talking about international major players looking at this as well, or is it more domestic and those state-based things that understand the precinct of the Great Ocean Road, who goes, how they get there?
A combination of the two, and I think evenly split. So there's global interest, but I think that some of the larger players nationally that have already got a footprint in Victoria are seriously considering it at the moment, albeit quite early in the campaign. But we've certainly kicked off to a positive start.
Okay. So I've got a question on the SMS that's come in, Lachlan. It says, isn't the Otway Fly in a national park? So this is freehold land within the park area?
Yes, it is. Zoned farming.
Right. Okay. Interesting how that works together. How long?
And probably that's a very good point that individual raises. It's if you and I were to go and try and recreate what is there from a planning, construction point of view, it would be many, many years. And I'll say, a lot of time and effort, not to mention resource and capital. So I think that the next ingoing party has got a serious opportunity on their hands there, because the infrastructure is there, and it's a trading business from a global parent company that owns and operates it. So it's in impeccable condition.
We should say as well, my understanding is that it does continue to operate while the sale process goes on. So there's no problem as such. It just continues.
No, business as usual. Yeah, business as usual. And we hope to see that it continues to trade post the sales campaign as well.
Okay. How long do you reckon the sales campaign is likely to take before a purchase is complete?
It's a very good question. So we've got the expressions of interest closing Thursday the 5th of December at 4 p.m. And we gauge interest throughout the program. It's possible that it could transact prior, but at this stage we're set for the 5th.
Rightio. What do you reckon? Do you think it's beyond a public service wage?
Certainly a real estate agent's wage.
Well, you guys do better than we do, so, you know.
I'm not sure, but look, the price guide that we've got on the asset is 2.8 to 3 million.
All right. See, with that, I would need several bedrooms and bathrooms, and I don't think they come with this particular asset.
We could sleep in the trees.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be bad. I've been to the Fly a couple of times over the years, and, with the right swag or something, it could be quite an attractive option.
Correct. Why not?
All right, Lachlan, thanks for your time this morning, and it'll be fascinating to see who ends up putting their hand up for it and wanting it.
Absolutely, and we should re-engage post-campaign and see if we can provide you any further intel on that front.
Rightio. Thanks, Lachlan. Nice to chat.
Good as gold. Thank you for the opportunity.
That is Lachlan Castran, Director of Castran Real Estate and the Otway Fly, along with its sister facility, the Illawarra Fly, which will be in and around the Wollongong area, are for sale. So 81 hectares for the Otway Fly. That's where our interest is. People can buy one or both. So it's quite an iconic tourist attraction. So the Otway Fly, 600-metre treetop walk, 25 metres above the forest floor. The tower goes to 47 metres. That offers those views of the surrounding rainforest as well. And there's a zip line there to boot. And I'm pretty confident that that is well out of the reach of the average public service wage. So you might be stuck with me for a little bit longer.
A beetle, a bee, or a butterfly?